Let's go. Let me just see what's up with this guy. Cenat hate. It's a 30-minute video, as I said. I don't know what it is.
So let's start with the school situation. Basically, Kai said that he would be building a school in Nigeria, and then we got this YouTuber calling him a liar.
The process of me building this new school in Nigeria has officially been stamped today, as in terms of like it's a go-go. So this new school in Makoko for the kids that's live in Makoko in Nigeria, I started working on the school right now.
Starting it off is this gut-wrenching clip of a YouTuber going to check on the schools Kai promised to build. Instead of classrooms, he's walking through slums and deprivation, only to find nothing has moved forward. No construction, no facilities, just a project bleeding money and on the verge of shutting down. For someone who branded himself as a savior, Kai's nowhere to be found when it's time to actually save anything.
I really wanted to see how the Nigerian people lived at the other end of the spectrum by heading to the worst slum in Lagos, a slum called Makoko.
This place is intense. The smell, the heat, and all the water flooding right here.
Each of my school have over 300 kids each. Some of the kids in the school are orphans and less privileged kids. Those are the kind of kids because their parents can afford to like send them to school, and I have to like put this upon myself as son of the chief.
After
You put NSC in school?
Yes.
Yeah, can you show me around? Or let me know.
Some of them, we have 385 children in the school. So after the school, we pack the chairs for the orphans to sleep here.
Yeah, and they sleep here?
Yes, they sleep
Okay,
here.
then this is crazy, bro.
Wow, you know, looks pretty bad, guys. How could Kai do this? So while watching that, I thought it was a bit weird that the guy who was supposedly searching for the updates on Kai Cenat's school did not actually mention Kai or anything to do with Kai at all. So I actually went and searched for the clip myself, and I found it on Twitter. So here we have the original tweet by this account called KickChamp, and it says most reliable news source. Okay, that's got
I'm not even kidding. I do watch the KickChamp's video on Twitter.
gotta be a meme or something. A YouTuber checked on the school Kai Cenat promised to rebuild, only to find no progress as it struggles to pay expenses and faces shutdown. So 89k likes here. And if you notice, there's this thing at the bottom which shows where the original clip is from. And if you click that, basically it's another Clipper account which show a similar caption here. Despite Kai Cenat being called out for not donating Mr. Beast team water, a YouTuber went to check back on the school Kai Cenat visited and promised to rebuild, but found that no progress has been made as the school is still struggling to keep up with the expenses and is facing threats of a shutdown. Wow. Community note added, this video has nothing to do with Kai Cenat. It's just a YouTuber documenting how people live in Nigeria. Nothing to do with actually exploring if Kai Cenat is, you know, keeping up to his promises about charity. So in a matter of about 2 minutes, we have realized that the person making this video has not done the slightest bit of research there to actually check if this is a legitimate thing.
So that's simply how clipping works, right? We just put on a outrageous caption and we just put a clip without any context. That's what happens with podcasts, Twitch streamers, anyone who just speaks to the camera. No context clips of them exist in the internet. But firstly, I don't understand. What's up with places like Nigeria and stuff? Why? I don't, because I'm like, I don't know politics and shit. Why is it so underdeveloped? Because there's no way the government have this less money that they can't even build roads. There's no way. There is no way. It's a government. They have an army, right? They should have roads as well.
Now, there's a difference between speculation
Water and stuff I understand, but roads
for someone you might have donated money for. Suppose you donated money to Kai Cenat's charity. You have every right to ask him, you know, as months pass by, ask him, okay, well, I need some updates on what's happening because I donated for you to build this school, right? But it's a completely different thing to actually declare something is happening that is completely false, that some guy went to check when that's not what he did.
You live in Nigeria. I'm sure not every place in Nigeria is this bad, right? Or is it? And if it is, then why?
and he found that the schools weren't there, which is not what happened. If you say, hey, there's been no updates on this, what's going on? Or people would love some updates because they sent their money here, that's completely different from here's 100% proof that he actually lied about this. For example, with the Mr. Beast wells thing, nobody ever said that he 100% definitely didn't build the wells or he definitely didn't maintain the wells properly. People simply just asked for updates, which is a perfectly valid thing to do, and then Mr. Beast provided them. It is completely different from this bullshit where you're inventing a story, pretending somebody actually specifically went there for the purpose to actually check if this school was built and found that absolutely nothing was there. Like, that is just a completely invented narrative. And I'm sure you guys have seen a bunch of these channels sort of running around where the script is so fucking blatantly AI because no human actually talks like that. And there's
Not all places are actually bad, but some. It's just the government don't concentrate on improving places like Cenat visited. Oh, I can relate to that. I've been like, there's a lot of governments like that are like that. But I mean, I still don't understand the Cenat hate though. I mean, he didn't build the school, but he said he was going to be built. It's not built yet. And the clip was out of context, so I don't understand why is Kai getting hate now.
Channel is just trying to mass produce this content and sort of get in the algorithm. Now, a little bit of background lore, not this channel specifically, but a similar channel actually did reach out to me and they showed me their like AI voice software. So basically, some of them use their real voice and some of them use their real voice, but in an AI form that is so good that you can't even tell that it's AI. It's like one of those sites that sort of replicates your voice pretty perfectly. You just have to give it a couple statements or whatever. And yeah, it's pretty scary. Like,
well, the video that I'm watching right now could be that as well.
this is the point we're getting to. Anyways, this KickChamp account actually responded again and decided to double down and lie again. Context for community notes. This clip is directly tied to Cenat's visit to Makoko, where he said, whatever they tell me you guys need, we're going to make sure you guys have it. When I leave, I'd like to stay in contact, so next time I come here, it's a whole different place. This YouTuber visited Makoko and posted this video 1 month ago showing that little to no progress has been made. Yeah, so first off, you are completely lying here. Way to change the context here. First, you said a YouTuber check, like they specifically went there for the purpose to check here. Then you're saying they just visited. First off, you can't build a school in a fucking month, by the way. That's just
Exactly. By saying that he has started the work, that means that he has started the talks with the people who are going to build it, where it's going to be built, how it's going to be built. There's a map that you build first. Just like behind the scenes stuff is about 2 or 3 or 4 months because it's a fucking school, man. And after 3 or 4 months, then the construction starts. Before the construction, you have to build a map. You have to make a map, like how architecture stuff is going to look like. Everything, stairs and everything. You have to talk to someone who's making it. It's a long process.
just not possible.
It makes sense.
I suppose. Also, holy shit, once the community notes actually corrects you, surely you would want to, you know, take it down, issue some correction or something like that. Nah, you just want to double down here. It's crazy. And we got these replies. Bro really scammed his fans and multiple celebrities. Cloud is a hell of a drug. Bro has more than enough to give and still want everything for himself. And then we just got straight up racism. Blacks never get... Okay.
Bro, that's just racism.
What the fuck is that then? Right, so this guy called Young Don talked about the situation and he talked about Kai actually giving some updates as well.
We had the structure updated, all right? Hold on, let's go ahead and show y'all real quick what's going on. In this video, you can see like...
Yeah, you can see a lot here. Look at this. They got fucking solar panels on that shit. You think they had solar panels before Cenat got involved? These people are literally swimming in what is the equivalent of sewage water.
Exactly what I said. In order to build anything there is like a long time. The water is like crazy.
That's how they're getting around. You think they had solar panels as well? Come on. No. And so, yeah, man, give the man credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
This narrative that Cenat has done nothing in regards to building a school in Nigeria, even after a lot of progress that they made was destroyed in a storm. They have continued to build, and what we have to look at is a lot has been done. Clearly hundreds of thousands of dollars has already been spent, and let's not forget that this is being done completely by Cenat, right? So let's keep that in mind. It costs a lot of money to this kind of construction, to build buildings like this. You're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for the labor, the material, and then all the hoops that you got to jump through to make this shit happen from overseas, on top of the fact that they're dealing with natural disasters that are causing problems as well. So this narrative that Kai Cenat, that YouTuber who's completely unassociated with Kai Cenat, who was just doing his own thing, came to do a wellness check or a progress check on what Kai Cenat has done, and we saw zero progress has been made, is a complete lie that is being pushed by Aiden Ross and his team to try and damage Kai Cenat.
I was gonna say, it's not about Kai. I'm not gonna say Aiden or anyone did that, but it gets to a point when I've seen this with every other content creator. Once they start getting like a little too famous, like for example, Mr. Beast started getting a little too famous, people were hating on anything. I remember people were hating on Mr. Beast only curing the blindness of 100 people. He made a video of curing blindness of 100 people, and people were mad that you only did 100 people, not realizing that each person probably cost like $50,000. So that's $500,000. And this narrative of just hating people who are famous, it's just crazy. Everyone who's famous gets an insane amount of hate. I think anyone who gets too famous gets more hate than likes. Why? Because today, for some reason, and I'm in this generation as well, and people around my age and younger than me and a little bit older as well, just around my age, this generation thinks that it's cringe to like someone who's famous. It's cringe to like, quote unquote, fanboying. It's not fanboying if you like someone and if you like to if you like to watch someone or if you agree with someone's opinions. But nowadays, this has been a narrative that if you like someone who is famous, you are cringe. So you can't like someone, you have to hate them. Kind of like you have to hate Mr. Beast. You can't say Mr. Beast is good. Every time I've said Mr. Beast is good, I get comments of saying, other people saying that he's not, you're just a glazer. I'm not a glazer, I'm just saying what I like and dislike. But for God's sake, like a grown man can't like anything? Nowadays, it's just so weird, the concept. And I think Kai Cenat has been into that concept these days as well. That narrative has been pushed towards him. He has done nothing wrong. So far, what I've seen, nothing wrong from his side.
Reputation.
Right, so that's another theory sort of going around that Aiden Ross is sort of orchestrating this whole thing. I don't know if that's actually true. They're like,
I don't think Aiden's doing that.
Aiden has people sort of run these clip accounts and control them. I'm not sure how.
I'm not gonna say if he does or doesn't, and I'm not sure if Aiden does or doesn't. But I know there are streamers in the world who do that. I'm not saying Aiden would do that, but there definitely are streamers who do that. So I can understand why people would think that. But I don't think Aiden would do that. There's no way.
As far as the streamer beef actually goes, and if they would actually resort to something this petty. As for the Twitter accounts, there's so many of them. Yes, some of these streamers do hire them. I don't know which one specifically. There's no way for me to know. I highly doubt he has any relation to the random ass AI YouTube channel there. That would be very surprising
not that
to
one.
me. But yeah, in general, I think it's important to not present stuff as 100% confirmed, even if you hate the guy. If you notice in all of my videos ever, even when I absolutely dislike the person to hell, I've never once presented false info as true. And I always make sure to inform you guys that, hey, these are the facts we have at the moment. This can, be debunked by the person who comes out in response to these accusations. So it turns out Kai actually showed the whole timeline for the project as well, right? And he was sharing that on stream. And for some reason, people expected the school to be built like instantly for some reason, which is not how it works, obviously.
Yeah, people need to understand. It's not, firstly, American people need to understand. Houses in America are built of wood. Anywhere else, it's not being built of wood because of like how the temperatures and everything is. You need to build it out of concrete and bricks, which takes way longer, by the way. A house out of wood would take like a month max, right? A house out of concrete of the same size, same design would take over a year. It's a fucking school, not a house. In those like crazy conditions as well. It's gonna take like easy. Even if they are doing, like, putting hundreds of people on it, it's gonna take at least 2 to 3 years.
5,000 to 2 to 4 weeks. Phase 2 land selected. Purchase 500 for 800,000. Permits and pre-construction 75,000. Construction is $1 million to 1.5 million.
Okay. And see, here we got a full outline. So the build
What did I say?
timeline and costs, we have already been told right here that you should expect 9 months to a year. Now, I think that is actually incredibly optimistic.
As I said, that's too quick. It doesn't take 9 months to a year.
9 months to a year, I think it's probably going to take a lot longer than that.
Yeah, it's
Probably
gonna
at least 2 years. But to come at Kai Cenat in any time less than April of 2026, because that would have been 1 year after this video dropped. To come at Kai Cenat in any time frame less than that, is insane, dude. Is fucking crazy. Let a year pass by, and then we get to see where things are at, and if things look more or less the same, then we can start throwing the Dr. Umar accusation.
Okay, I don't entirely agree with that. I think you are perfectly entitled to call him out.
No, this guy would definitely not agree, because if he would agree with those things, then how would he make videos? His whole channel, the guy that I'm reacting to, is about how you can defame someone and just put controversies out there. That's literally what his whole channel is. Like, look at these thumbnails. He's broke. It's done. It's over. It's over. I'm certain these people haven't even done anything. It's over again. Logan Paul, what has he done recently? And the past, I understand. It's been years. What has he done recently? But of course, he's not going to agree to that thing. People need to understand who you watch and what you watch. A lot of people on the internet are putting bullshit. I'm assuming this guy doesn't put bullshit out, but the thumbnails are a little bit of a clickbait. Which is fair enough. Game's the game.
On updates and ask for progress photos, that is completely fair. Nobody's gonna wait an entire year for an update, right? If you donated money to have this school being built, you're perfectly entitled to say, hey, we're gonna need an update at least monthly, or in a couple
monthly
months or something, to make sure at least something is happening, right? Otherwise, an entire year can pass and then you realize that they haven't even started, right?
Yeah, but the other guy said that you can't say anything bad about it. But you can ask, but you can't say anything bad about it.
Right, that would be a bad thing, obviously. So it's completely fair to actually ask. But to straight up lie like this in like a video which is about to get like, you know, so many views like this, that is kind of messed up, right? This isn't something you're saying might be possible. This is something you're saying like factually happened. Bro, in building those schools, this is the problem with these videos, man. Damn. I feel bad for the people in Nigeria. Is this a real account, by the way? What the fuck is this? And Kai keeps promising that he will make schools and he does not. Is this a 5-year-old?
Does not.
Who is this? Does not. But anyways, after this, people called out Kai Cenat for not donating to Team Water. And Team Water is Mr. Beast's charity. Basically, Mr. Beast got on stream with Aiden Ross, Trainwrecks, XQC, Jinxie, huge streamers here, and they were just calling every random creator and streamer, trying to get them to donate. And it was kind of weird. They're putting people on the spot or whatever. They just sort of expect them to donate because they're very rich or whatever, but nobody is really obligated to, right? And Kai wasn't actually there, and he didn't even promise anything, but he's still being called out.
Kai Cenat will drop $200,000 on jewelry without blinking, but when it comes to donating to African kids dying from preventable diseases through Mr. Beast's Team Water charity, suddenly it's crickets. He's out here showing off $300,000 worth of streamer backpacks, while Aiden Ross and his community collectively threw $500,000 at hashtag Team Water.
Okay, now
don't you think that... No, I'm not going to say anything. Do not fucking I'll say it. I think anyone who donated on that, I don't think Jimmy or Mr. Beast thought it would go that way, but I think most people who donated on that, they were kind of there because first, it would get views and they'd be part of a video that's going to get a lot of views and controversies, which they did. Secondly, it was basically a big dick game. Who has a bigger dick and can donate more? It wasn't for the people. It was just who has a bigger dick. It kind of got to that. No, it wasn't that in the beginning, but it did get to that later, which is wrong as well. If you want to donate in privacy. Why are you doing it in public? I'm not saying Mr. Beast or Aiden did anything wrong. They were just promoting the movement. But as soon, I'm not going to say who, but you know who I'm talking about if you saw the video. As soon as certain people joined, it just kind of became weird. Forced 3 or 4 people, great. 5 people, great.
Getting the Aiden Ross propaganda accusations. What the fuck was that? Listen, you can not like Kai Cenat, but to pretend Aiden Ross is the angel of humanity, you gotta be like a 2-year-old or some shit.
Kai Cenat turned what should have been life-changing help into a convenient way to write off taxes. It's the oldest trick in the book. Make it look like you care, enjoy the PR boost, and let the real impact quietly fade away. When it's millions on fireworks, he's ready to spend. But when it's a chance to help poor people who actually need it, suddenly there's nothing.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of this sort of pocket watching. Nobody is obligated to donate to anything. It's like a kind gesture if they do. I mean, the guy's spending millions on a school and shit, but you shouldn't be forced to donate to something out of like peer pressure or whatever. I mean, technically there's millions of charities going on right now. Are you like forced to donate to all of them or only Mr. Beast because that's the trending one and that's the big creator here? So
That's
where
exactly what I said.
is the line drawn there? There can be a ton of reasons he doesn't want to donate. Maybe he thinks Mr. Beast is a shady mother flipper and he doesn't.
No, not that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Mr. Beast shady. I'm very much certain that if he took the money, he's gonna build the shit that he said he will build.
Maybe Kai is just greedy or whatever, but he's allowed to be. That's his money.
Dozens of creators, big and small, have donated to Team Water, some tossing in 1,000, others dropping literal millions. And yet, Kai Cenat's name? Nowhere to be found. Not a dime, not a shout out, not a mention. The craziest twist in all this, Aiden Ross straight up came out and said if Kai donates $400,000, he'll match it with another $400K of his own. And look, Aiden's far from perfect. Nobody's out here calling him a role model. He's had more than his fair share of wild moments, but this, you've got to respect it. No hesitation, no drama, just I'll do it too if you step up. For all the chaos he brings, when it comes to something that actually helps people, bro didn't flinch. Meanwhile, Kai still goes in the donation list.
X does 400K, Train does 400K, Beast does 400K, Ado does 400K. We need 5. If Kai Cenat does 400K, on God, I'll do 400K. Locked.
Yeah, at this point, it just get like a big dick game. It just became a big dick game.
That's beautiful. Kai Cenat gotta go 400. I'm in. On God.
So you're telling me Aiden Ross promised to donate
Fucking lies,
if Kai Cenat donated, right? He promised to donate like 400K or whatever if Kai also chipped in without actually checking with Kai at all. Right? And now here are people like you are out there guilt tripping Kai into not donating when he didn't even sign up for this shit. Like Aiden Ross just sort of put him on the spot or whatever. I mean, I feel like that's kind of messed up. Like I get he's rich and he can definitely afford to donate very easily, but this is not legit criticism. This is just dumb. Like, imagine your friend promises someone they're gonna donate only if you donate, and then now you just look like a scumbag because you don't want to, you know, take part in this thing. Also, I don't know how much money Kai spent on the school or whatever, but does everybody in that call now have to build a school? I mean, it's a genius strategy by Aiden, I gotta say. Like, the Aiden propagandists are eating this shit up, okay? I'm not on anyone's side, by the way. I just find it funny there's like these two communities beefing, whatever. I don't like either of them, all right? If it wasn't clear, I'm a YouTuber here. So then he talks about how this is somehow related to a deal between Kai Cenat and XQC.
He'll burn stacks for chaos and content, but the second it's about clean water or real world impact, it's crickets. Not even a flicker of that same energy. The priorities speak for themselves. Aiden actually wrote down why he wanted Kai Cenat to donate $400,000 to Mr. Beast's Team Water charity. And it wasn't just about the cause. It was because Kai still owed XQC money. So instead of paying his debt directly, Aiden figured the least Kai could do was turn that cash into something good. But even with the chance to clear his name and help people at the same time, Kai still couldn't be bothered.
It was a whole thing that me, Beast, and XQC were saying, like, if Kai did this, then we do this, because he owes him money. Kai owes XQC money, okay?
Yeah, but he said he owed him 100K, not 400.
Right, cool. He's right then. Sure, I don't care. I donated $100,000, okay? I'm not donating $400,000. I donated $100,000. I don't care. I don't give a It's that simple.
I didn't want to make it weird. It's just that I thought, dude, Kai blocked my number. Fair enough, right? No drama there. Just block my number, right? So I can't collect my 100K, which is fine. So I thought, dude, just put it for a good cause. And I thought I'll double that on top of that.
Okay, again, no idea what the hell's going on between Kai and XQC. If Kai owes XQC money, yes, he should obviously pay that off. That's like a given. But I feel like the charity thing is a completely separate issue. In my opinion, there's like plenty of legit reasons to criticize Kai for. But if you're gonna mix in so much bullshit, it's kind of hard to take it seriously. And don't worry.
Wait, I didn't even... I'm gonna have to replay this. I was just looking at I spiced there. What did he say?
Issue. In my opinion, there's like plenty of legit reasons to criticize Kai for, but if you're gonna mix in so much,
Nah, I just can't stop. What the fuck is bro? I'm not listening to what he's saying.
there's like plenty of legit reasons to criticize Kai for, but if you're gonna mix in so much bullshit, it's kind of hard to take it seriously. And don't worry, that wasn't the only fake shit.
Got it this time.
Worse. Here he talks about how Kai's friend Phantom called him out, and I wonder where he got this clip, guys. Take a guess.
Now, some people might still be clinging to the idea that Aiden's just trying to tear Kai down because they're in the same industry. But then Phantom steps in, and he's not some random outsider. He's been in Kai's circle for years, and even he says Kai is a completely different person off camera.
Phantom reveals that Kai is a whole different person off camera is impossible to work with because of his ego and talking down on him with No. There's no way Phantom said that. There's no way Phantom said that.
Impossible to work with because of his ego. Constantly throwing weird little comments to talk.
When did he say that?
When someone that close starts pulling back the curtain.
When did he say? Nah, I want to see the clip.
It's reality.
And it's like, it get to a point, dude. How many times you gonna throw shots at or say little funny? Do we just keep saying, oh nah, he trolling, oh he playing around, y'all? Like, do we just put it there? Like, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? Do we just keep doing that? Like, when is it not trolling? Is it just, you know what I'm saying? Always comments coming from the other side of whatever. It's always like that. I don't know why it's like that, but it is.
Right, so let's just go
Wait, no one said. He didn't even mention Kai there.
find that clip and see where it actually came from. And it appears to be from this account, DGen Clips. Streamer clips every day. You know, another very reliable account here. Phantom reveals that Kai Cenat is a whole different person off camera. Impossible to work with. If we just scroll down a little bit, you keep sharing this old ass footage. People like you don't deserve to be on the internet.
Okay.
When did he say this? This seems pretty old.
Okay.
It's old. These people running these pages are just weird. It's old. This is when he responded to XQC. All right, let's see some
Oh, see, this is what I said.
of the other tweets here. Phantom reveals why Kai Cenat had him removed from AMP. We got a community note. This clip shown is related to a different matter from 2023 of Phantom explaining about a break at the AMP house.
Break-in at the...
Turns out some of these clip accounts are not operating in the best of interests here.
Well, yeah, people need to understand. These clippers just do anything because they want people to just watch their videos. Twitter is not alright. Twitter is the worst place to get information from, by the way.
I don't know, again, I don't know if this is paid by somebody or whatever, or they're just trying to make a few quick bucks on Twitter really quickly, but it's obviously not a good strategy to constantly spread these false clips. And the worst part about all of this is that these videos are getting like hundreds and thousands of views, some up to like 1 million views, and yeah, the comment section, usually they would be calling out this shit, but it is just edited in a way where it is very hard to tell. Obviously, the average person is not going to do the level of, you know, research I'm doing here, actually going to the original clip and actually trying to find out if it's actually real. I gotta do it because I'm making a video. But yeah, the average person is just gonna look at that video and be like, okay, I hate Kai for this. Perfectly valid to hate.
Yeah, and the thing is that most people who saw that clip won't look at this video, so they wouldn't even know. Now they just think that Kai is not a nice person, which
some of the other stuff
again, so far we haven't figured out why he's not a nice person.
But don't just make up shit. This is not a good thing to do. Moving on to Kai Cenat being called out for not tipping to like DoorDash delivery whenever he orders it or whatever.
Nah, that has to be a joke. There's no way that has to be a joke, man.
I think they got it from this tweet here. After ignoring Mr. Beast's request to donate to Team Water, old footage has resurfaced of Kai Cenat saying that he tips $0 when ordering DoorDash.
Old footage has resurfaced of him openly bragging about tipping $0 on DoorDash, saying it like it's a joke while real people are out here relying on those tips to get by. It's the same story on repeat.
Firstly, this American culture of that you have to tip. No one's obliged to tip, firstly. And secondly, I want to see if it's just not a joke or not. There's no way it's not a joke, though.
L-mans that give you no tip. Gang, a DoorDasher makes $2 for the delivery. If it's a busy area, they make an extra $1.50. So if you order a bunch of shit, they get $3.50.
I ain't gonna lie, confession. Nobody was getting tip on my DoorDash. I was just being a cheap ass. Was hitting. It was suggested tip, but I minus the tip. It was $0. I'm like that's doing that like,
what Kai's doing here is wrong on every
That's
level.
a joke.
You can't spend months building up this image of a selfless, world-changing philanthropist and then vanish when it's time to actually follow through.
Okay, so I don't really know the exact exact situation of DoorDash delivery drivers in that part of the US specifically.
Yeah.
I guess in general they do rely on tips for their income and stuff, and that's kind of sad, obviously, that they have to do that. And if you're rich, I guess, yeah, you should probably
And we are saying that firstly, we are saying that Kai should donate to that, which I understand, sure, whatever. But why are people not saying that DoorDash should simply pay them more?
tip. It's probably pennies for you. Is it really Kai Cenat's job to pay this random delivery driver's salary, or, you know, this DoorDasher's salary? Isn't it like the employer's job who should be paid like a living wage? Or is that not how America works? All right, I don't know. I feel like this
America's a weird place. This is what I said. America's a weird place. They get mad if you don't donate, like tip, not donate. If you like don't tip at places, as far as I've heard, I've never been to America, but as far as I've heard, they get mad if you don't tip at places, which is weird. And you have to tip like high, which as far as I've heard, it just doesn't make sense. Like, are you not getting paid? I think the normal wages are really low there.
Pretty similar to the Team Water donation shaming. I guess this is a bit more expected because tipping is just a few bucks and it's not like $100,000 or whatever. But I feel like the principle is the same. You're expecting another man to donate his money, and you're sitting in your fucking seat there chilling. You're like, well, I'm not rich. I don't have
keyboard warriors.
I don't care, right? And it's very easy to just sit there in your fucking high horse and talk shit all the time. But I feel like yeah, I don't know. You know, if you were in Kai Cenat's position, maybe you would be donating. Fair enough, all right?
I probably would be donating, but I'm very much certain that he said it as a joke.
But you can't donate to everything, absolutely everything at every time. Like, he's building like a $2 million school or whatever. I mean, he's doing a good job, all right? He could be doing more, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like it's weird to pocket watch. Am I crazy? Forgive me if I'm completely out of touch here, because tipping is a very different thing in America than other countries, right? So it might be expected there, but, you know, the rest of the world kind of looks at that and goes like, you know, it's in some cultures it's like disrespectful to even tip, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I'm one of those cultures. Why do people tip? I don't understand. It's it's disrespectful that you're assuming that person doesn't make any money. Maybe in America people actually don't. That like people are getting paid really low.
So, yeah, you know, you guys can sort of decide if this sort of criticism is warranted. So then we get to some actual things that Kai can be criticized for, you know, justified criticism. Basically, he had this gaming stream planned with the streamer.
I mean, so far, I think that tipping thing was the only thing that kind of made sense, but still, I think it was a joke.
Jinxie, and they're going to play like Clash Royale or whatever. And Kai just sort of decided to flake. He sort of egoed him out of nowhere and went to like film other content or whatever. He wanted to film like IRL content. So Jinxie got, you know, pretty offended there and just sort of ended stream, which is fair, you know, kind of getting ditched by your friend there.
Massive day for the unemployed. Kai Cenat's in hot water and he can't even swim. Jinxie, a popular special needs streamer, was playing Clash Royale, and they had a duo stream planned, which Kai Cenat abandoned to do something else.
Let me go see what these talking about. What the fuck is this? Now, chat, what the fuck is this right here, bro? It's a static.
All right, chat. I'm gonna go to the gym, bro. I don't even know what's going on. All right, I'm gonna see y'all boys, bro. I tried to set up a tourney. I don't know. I'm gonna see y'all boys tomorrow. All right, bro.
Want to do a tournament? Because I think that would be fire, bro. Like if y'all play each other.
Echo? Who's echoing? Kai.
It might be me. Wait, is it better now?
So go to your account, go to social, and then go to invite friend. That's a yellow button. Click that, and then you copy.
Hey, anybody in the chat want him?
Anybody? Oh, choose your player name.
He's single. Anybody in the chat want him?
So
anybody single in the chat?
Chat. I don't even know if this is gonna happen. I don't even know if a single word I said it.
Can you guys hear me?
He tough. He picked up that.
Not only did he air Jinx,
Can they hear him though?
pretty hard, but people were speculating that he stole the Clash Royale idea from Jinxie. Look, he doesn't even know how to play. You gotta drag the troop, you fraud.
That might be the biggest crime I've ever seen. I think we should throw Kai Cenat in prison for that one. Not knowing how to play Clash Royale is a.
I mean, that's not what they're saying. They're saying that he had him.
Punishable by death, honestly. Fake gamer. 1,000 years in prison for this. Totally unacceptable. But yeah, I'll let him finish.
And the only time he responded is when chat was spamming so many L's he couldn't ignore it.
I feel bad now because it's like the nigga literally was waiting all day and posted a fly and all types of
You saying who give a fuck, bro? It's not about who gives a fuck. It's about like the nigga time. It's a nigga stream. You feel me? I don't know. I'm still gonna do it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing it. It might not be on my stream, but I'm doing it. I'm still doing it. To dedicate a day.
There's a reason God made you 5'4". It's to contain that massive ego of yours. Kai Cenat, more like
What?
Kai Cenat.
Bro, y'all just vibed. Y'all just messed up with Jinxie, gang.
You said what?
I just messed up Jinxie shit.
How?
Because he was ready for us. I didn't want to do the IRL shit, but he just ended. Like we were supposed to play with him.
So he went onto an IRL stream with someone else at the same time he was supposed to play with Jinxie. So two things clashed at once. So that's like mismanagement.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was just a dumb fucking move by Kai. If you got something planned with the friend, you should probably not just abandon them like that. Obviously, it's not like the biggest deal ever. Like, you shouldn't lose your career over this or anything. But yeah, it seems like a lot of these streamers sort of blow up and they get these massive egos. Yeah, they just don't act in the best ways possible. I guess it's tough to...
I mean, this is not defendable. It is bad. But is it like you hate Kai Cenat for this? I don't know.
Sort of handle that level of fame at that age. But yeah, I don't know. The other guy's equally as young and he doesn't seem to have a problem there. So basically what people were saying is that Kai actually didn't even have any remorse for the situation, but he only went back because his entire chat started spamming L. And you know, the streamer sort of brain virus that their entire being is controlled by chat. So when they start spamming L, that's like a fate worse than death. That is like, holy shit, my mom died or something, you know? It's chat, they're spamming L's. I gotta do something about this. And that's why he went back to, you know, go,
so like the whole thing is him not being in Jinxie. Anything else is like a snowball.
I apologize.
It kind of seems like a snowball though, like little things and here and there and here and there and here and there, and eventually it just got to something that's
Jinxie, whatever.
That's it.
Let's see. El Kai, what am I doing? Why does it say El Kai? No, tell Jinxie. Matter of fact, no. Okay, yeah. I'm going to Jinxie, bro.
Just care after they started spamming L.
Tell Jinxie they had something planned IRL, but nigga, I'm about to do a one-on-one.
Wait, I don't know who planned it first. Did you plan the IRL first or Jinxie first? Whichever you said yes to first, then the second person must have known, or you probably would have told them, or your team would have told them, look, it's not confirmed, but it might happen.
Tell JC I'll do the one-on-one with him. I'm not doing it. I didn't want to do the IRL shit.
But you straight up did, you bum.
No. Tell him come back. He got on for real? JC ended for real? Oh, God.
I mean, at least he sort of recognized what he did wrong or there or whatever, you know, at least toned down the ego a little bit and recognized that, hey, you know, I kind of fucked up here, and maybe apologize off stream. I don't know what exactly happened there or whatever, but we got a lot more beefs to cover here. We got the XQC versus Kai Cenat beef. Basically, XQC called out a bunch of people on
See, this I don't understand.
For view butting, which is factual. I feel like even Dan Clancy, the Twitch CEO, admitted.
Wait, what?
But we got a lot more beefs to cover here. We got the XQC versus Kai Cenat beef. Basically, XQC called out a bunch of people on Twitch for view butting, which is factual. I feel like even Dan Clancy, the Twitch CEO, admitted that there is a huge view botting problem on their platform. Now, he claims it is only for small streamers, but obviously this is DJ Dan Clancy, ultimate gooning lord, the Hamas Piker supporter, you know, the guy who supports terrorists. So you can't really expect much from this guy. So for this very obvious problem, Kai Cenat got all like offended and pretended it doesn't exist when I feel like it was pretty obvious.
They're all view butters. I don't give a fuck anybody these days. I'm not. I didn't think that I play this racket where like I need those like collabs. I don't give a fuck. They're all view butters. I don't care to say it.
All right,
People become like from a 1K Andy to 20K Andy overnight. Like bro, I mean I've been here before. Like I'm not stupid. Like this shit's fucking.
Rain. Like, I'm tired, nigga. Like I ain't even gonna lie. All of that shit. All of that. Be honest, this is no bias. This is nothing off aggression. This is nothing off negativity. It looked like you dating, gang. Like you might not realize it, but I'ma help you. It kind of looked like you dating, like real shit. Like I'm not even trying to be funny or mean. I'ma go ahead and say it looked like you dating just a little bit. You feel me? Now it's not even directly me. He didn't say my name, but he talking about my mans and shit that these my niggas. You feel me? Like, you're not about to belittle what these niggas got going on because you can't fathom what's happening in this current day of time.
I hate like doing like this, like witch hunt. It's not a witch hunt. Like, I wasn't even naming names. Like, brother, when the number is like that, it's just no good. Like, it's not. Is that? And you compare some of these.
Excuse you, right? The metrics makes no sense. 36% authenticated viewers. Most have seen. What is that? What is an authenticated viewer? Someone who has an authentication badge? Okay. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not saying Rokai, but there's definitely people who do view bot, but not at that level. If you're doing it at that level, there's a high chance that you'll be banned. Twitch is not that stupid. They don't want their platform to just die after giving people like 600-700 million, or like not 600-700 million, like 30, 40, 20, 10, like millions of dollars basically to stream on their platform. They're not gonna let their platform die. With having like people like Rokai who will have 40,000 views and are viewbotting. It's not viewbotting. There is a high. I don't have an explanation why it's 37% authenticated viewers, but it's definitely not viewbotting. If it was viewbotting at that level, that means like, bro, like a third of that stream is viewbots. Nah. If any stream is a third of the stream is viewbots, nah, you're getting banned. You can ban for get banned for anything.
Yeah, it's what like it's up and it just doesn't add up. 30% validated viewer. I mean, you have to be kidding me, right, brother? That's less than 30%, bro. That's 31% validation, bro. 31% validation. That's not motion. That's counter motion.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm more inclined to side with XQC on this one. And maybe I'm a little biased because I do fucking hate Twitch with a solid passion. But
the thing is, yeah, I don't understand why people hate Twitch. Twitch is not bad. It's fun to watch. It's a good platform. But there's definitely people who view bot. And the reason for that is that they just want to be... The way Twitch works, I'm just going to be honest, the way Twitch works, it's just weird. It puts people... Like, if you're new to Twitch, right, and if you don't know anything, it will show you people who are just famous instead of... Like that, and just like any other platform, it will just show you people who are famous. But Twitch literally... It's not like YouTube. Like, you just swipe and you would see things that are recommended for you. You can't just go on top right of your thing, of like your feed, and just put viewers high to low, and you just can watch anyone who is high and who has lower viewers would be really low on the list. And that's the reason why a lot of people have view bots, so that you're up on the list and people who are trying to watch, they would watch you. Even like 10-20% view bot is insane though. 30% view bot is crazy. If he was doing that, he would have been reported by this point. Which Twitch doesn't seem like to care. Twitch doesn't seem like they care about it. So
streamers objectively definitely be view botting, right? You know, admitted by the Twitch CEO as well. Now, who exactly is view botting? We can't be sure. And are they doing it themselves, or is some unhinged viewer going to their channel and specifically view botting for them, which is something completely out of their control? It's a very hard problem to actually address, because you can't punish the streamer, because what if somebody else was doing it? What if one of your enemy streamers view bots for you, trying to get you banned, right?
Exactly. That's what I said.
So that's why they don't ban people for it. But it's a very simple solution. Just get rid of the fucking fake viewers, right? Remove that from the view count. But obviously, DJ Dan Clancy, the most incompetent mother flipper on the planet, cannot...
But you can't tell if someone's a fake viewer. For a long time, I didn't have my Twitch authenticated, and I was watching people, so...
Implement the
doesn't make any sense.
Simple solution. You have to pay to rewind on Twitch, bro. I can't. I'm about to go on a 16-minute rant. But don't worry, by that time...
Yeah, you have to pay to rewind. That's just so stupid, yeah. I think Twitch needs to do what YouTube does when it comes to, like, live streaming.
Load up one video on Twitch, because you gotta watch 16 minutes of ad before watching 1 second of content on that goddamn website, all right? YouTube for the win always. Now click this video.
YouTube streaming is better, but YouTube streaming is not streaming at this point. It's just YouTube videos, but live. Like, the YouTube streaming has gotten to a different level. If I stream what I do right now, On YouTube, no one would watch it. Like, I mean, even right now, no one watches it, but in YouTube, it's just even worse.